Beforehand, Dell had thinned down its XPS workstations and acquainted the stunning edge with edge screen that obliterates the screen bezel. What's more, with the new Dell XPS 13 or more in 2022, Dell has gone considerably further, adding a zero-grid console, borderless trackpad, and a shine-up touch board, with the organization cutting out a standing for being on the ball for PC design. The XPS 13 or more truly feels like a PC from what's to come. Be that as it may, with Dell making a few compromises to accomplish such excellence, is this an instance of an excessive presentation over significance? Design, light and thin design. Haptic input trackpad is perfect. The touch bar has restricted usefulness, in spite of various long periods of auditing PCs. I've until recently never seen anything very as striking as the Dell XPS 13 or more. Dell has disregarded all the traditional interpretations of your default PC, making something that looks totally extraordinary and definitely more appealing than even Macintosh's MacBook Air. The console draws the eye first. It loosens up across the whole width of the deck, without any spaces between each key. It looks perfect. It has a feeling that it could support grammatical mistakes. Practically speaking, I haven't tracked down that a significant issue. The keys are sufficiently thick to prod effectively while composing rapidly. And keeping in mind that I've made a couple of grammatical mistakes tapping out this survey, I don't think the number is any more than would have happened utilizing a more conventional console. Key travel is a smidgen excessively shallow for my preferring, yet has a fantastic discernible snap when pushed down. A white backdrop illumination radiates through the straightforward lettering. And keeping in mind that isn't truly noticeable in a brilliantly lit room, it's helpful for while composing in obscurity. You'll see there's no trackpad underneath the console, or, at any rate, not an apparent one. Rather than selecting a physical trackpad, Dell has rather situated haptic input engines underneath a glass board. It capabilities like a touchscreen, yet with vibrations reproducing the vibe of a conventional trackpad. I wasn't dazzled with comparable innovation on a superficial level PC studio. Yet it feels undeniably more normal here. It's difficult to accept the board isn't dropping when you push down. It's feasible to tweak the settings of the trackpad, as well, to make the vibrations more extraordinary and the cursor speed quicker. Dell even offers the choice to set up motions, so you can change volume by holding down 3 fingers, or trade between applications by utilizing 4 digits. It's all extremely cunning and natural. The experience has changed over me from a haptic criticism doubter into a firm devotee to the innovation. Over the console, you'll see that a touch board has supplanted the more customary column of capability keys. Gleam-up symbols provide alternate ways for any semblance of volume tweaking, microphone quieting, and playback controls. Hold down on the capability key, and those symbols will be supplanted with inputs for any semblance of F1, F2, F3, etc. A shrewd element feels modern. However, it offers no customization or application-explicit easy routes. For example, Macintosh's touch bar on the MacBook Pro. Furthermore, possibly, I can see those sparkle-up symbols proving an interruption while working in obscurity. Another stunning part of this PC is the way thin it is, in spite of the fact that Dell has picked a Titan look, which is a little beguiling to the eye. Truly, the Dell XPS 13 or more has a profundity of 15.28 mm tall, which is perceptibly thicker than the 11.3 mm MacBook Air M2. By the by, I found the XPS unquestionably simple to slip into a little pack. And it was lightweight, as well, at 1.23 kilograms, which is possibly lighter than the MacBook Air. The drawback of such a thin design is that it doesn't leave a lot of space for ports. You just get 2 USB-C associations, with one of those prone to be taken ready for re-energizing the PC. There's no USB-A port for old peripherals and USB sticks, and no headphone jack for those with wired headphones. It's an exemplary illustration of Dell focusing on structure over capability, and it could well be a big issue for some. In any case, Dell has positively prevailed with regards to making this an extraordinary-looking PC, particularly since it holds those close imperceptible bezels around the screen. It's actually figured out how to press in a 720p webcam up top, which offers fabulous catch quality for a PC. It even backings facial acknowledgement for quick sign-ins by means of Windows High. And on the off chance that you could do without the possibility of a PC examining your face, you can utilize the unique mark sensor, all things considered. Speakers sit under the PC, however, at a point so they siphon sound out of the sides of the PC as opposed to straightforwardly at your work area. This guarantees you don't get suppressed music while playing tunes through Spotify. Speaker quality is fantastic, conveying blasting bass, high volume, and enough detail to appreciate motion pictures without expecting to waste time with headphones. The PC's general form quality is sublime, as well. The deck is comprised of sheets of glass, while the top is solid aluminum. This is a top-notch PC if at any point I've seen one. Actually, I'd have gotten a kick out of the chance to have seen it show up in more variety choices. Platinum and graphite are your main choices at the present time, yet the Dell is not really ailing in the looks division. Choice of a LCD or OLED board. Heavenly brilliance and differentiation. Can be designed with 4 Kelvin goal. Dell provides 3 choices with regards to the 13.4 inches screen, a LCD Full HD, OLED 3.5 Kelvin touchscreen, and a LCD 4 Kelvin touchscreen. I was sent the last option of the threesome, despite the fact that from passing judgment on the specs alone, I'd figure the OLED model is the better choice. The innovation extensively supports differentiation and variety precision. However, for this audit, I can test the example I have before me. It's a great board, with the high goal guaranteeing a super sharp picture while watching video. It additionally offers somewhat more screen space than the typical 13 inches PC, since Dell has had the option to manage down the size of the bezel. The XPS succeeded in colorimeter tests, showing a greatest splendor of 482 nits. This isn't exactly basically as splendid as Dell's cited 500 nit figure, yet considerably more brilliant than by far most of workstations available. The outcome is strong and dynamic symbolism, while additionally guaranteeing you can utilize this PC outside without squinting at the screen. Contrast came in at a heavenly 2058:1, and that implies light and dim tones will stand apart from each other for more noteworthy profundity. I've just at any point seen prevalent PC screen diverge from OLED boards, despite the fact that Dell gives that choice as well. Colors look normal on the XPS screen, in spite of the fact that it doesn't have the greatest of variety ranges. By offering just 74% of Adobe RGB and 78% of DCI-P3, there are better choices for those with variety delicate responsibilities like video altering. Yet, the XPS 13 or more isn't designed to be a compulsive worker along these lines as the MacBook Pro. All things considered, it's a productivity PC with a design degree. Execution highlights Intel's 12th Gen chip. Rivals offer quicker speeds. Amazing SSD execution. Dell has indeed collaborated up with Intel for its XPS range, offering 3 unique kinds of the most recent 12th Gen chips: Center i5-1240P, Center i7-1260P, and Center i7-1280P. My survey test includes the Center choice, matched with an incredible 32 GB of smash. As you'd expect, the productivity execution is awesome, easily offering sufficient ability to blast through different responsibilities immediately. I never noticed any lull during a workday, where I'll have had various internet browsers open, Spotify banging out tunes, and YouTube providing me with a truly necessary motivation to procrastinate. Both the Apple M2 and AMD's most recent chip convey significantly quicker multi-center paces, making them more skillful gadgets for weighty responsibilities and performing various tasks. Indeed, even the Samsung Galaxy Book Pro 362 saw improved results, in spite of sharing precisely the same processor as the Dell XPS 13 or more. I expect that Dell's quest for a super thin design has brought about choking execution, with the fan neglecting to expand execution. I've seen that the lower part of the PC can turn out to be discernibly warm, so much that you'll probably need to try not to lay the compact on your lap. The Dell seemingly compensated for its disappointing computer chip scores by conveying a star results for its SSD, with read and compose consequences of 6,825 megabytes per second and 5,151 megabytes per second individually. It's 2 times as quick as most workstations for stacking and saving information on the actual drive. This implies it's brilliantly smart while stacking up introduced applications, or in any event, booting up Windows. There's a lot of extra room on offer as well, with Dell providing 512 GB, 1 TB, and 2 TB choices. I'd be exceptionally astonished assuming anybody needs any more stockpiling than that. Battery. Little battery. Endured just 7 HRS 42 minutes. All the Dell XPS 13 or more has seen a back and forth challenge among presentation and significance over its highlights from ports to execution. However, the one region that experiences the most is battery duration. Dell remembers a 55 Wh battery for this PC, which is moderately little. For examination, the ZenBook 13S OLED has a 67 Wh battery, and keeping in mind that the MacBook Air's battery is more modest at 52.6 Wh, Macintosh apparently compensates for that with the energy proficiency of the M2 chip. Certainly, the Dell XPS 13 or more may pretty much have the option to persevere through the functioning day, yet it would in any case be an immense gamble to figure out of reach of a power source. It's not difficult to excuse a ton of the Dell's inadequacies because of its limit-pushing design. Yet the compromise you'll need to make concerning battery duration is probably going to be out of line for some. Finally, thanks for watching this video. See you again next time.